This is weird. I don't want to shoot from right here.
Okay.
Let's stand above my car.
Alright, cool.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the outside Outrun garage. We are outside in the driveway today because I can't get my car inside of Alex's garage. So...
It's so steep.
It's so steep. No, my car's low. Today, we are installing Sparco seats and Takata harnesses on my car. I'm very excited. This is getting me a step closer to driving around my dream, which has always been a track car, essentially. It's because I grew up playing Need for Speed games. But Alex, if we want to show off seats, these are sort of older Sparcos. They're not in perfect condition, but I got them for a deal. What I was most excited for these right here. So if you don't know much about harnesses, these Takata harnesses are pretty pricey. So it was a great deal. But we're gonna mount these up today and we'll walk you through how we're doing that. And then if we take a look here, so some of the things I had to get, we gotta tighten these down still, are these bottom brackets and these sliders to pick these up specifically for my car, the bracket at least. And yeah, so the first thing we'll do is pull out the driver's side seats. Alex is gonna kind of run the camera while we do that. Oh yeah, we're gonna try to remove the tint from my car today too.
That'll be fun. Hopefully not too messy.
I can't see out of my car at night, so. Cool.
That's just somewhat important, you know?
Yeah, just a little bit. Alright, so we're using pretty standard. These are, verify what these are called. I always forget.
I call them
It's a
stars.
Torx, I think.
Yeah, oh, they're reverse.
T50,
Yep.
Torx, whatever.
I'm used to the opposite Torx for taking off head bolts.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Cool.
So yeah, this is a T50. We're gonna use that. I'm gonna loosen the seat up. And then one important thing is before you actually unplug stuff from the seat is to disconnect your battery. So this is pretty simple. There's just 4 of these down here. And you disconnect your battery because of the airbags in the seat.
I'm not trying to get hit by one of those.
Oh. Hey, a chip.
Hmm.
Why is that? When did I eat chips in my car? I don't do that.
I was watching a TV show the other day, and part of the intro to the show was a woman eating cereal as she's driving.
That reminds me of the episode of Always Sunny.
Oh yes!
Where Dennis,
I do remember that.
Dennis is eating cereal and Frank runs into him.
Driving his, what's he have, like a Range Rover, a really old one or something like that?
Yeah. Yep. Alright, so I've got the 2 bolts in the back loosened. I'll get these in the front here.
They've switched these up from the older models. They didn't use Torx bolts in the old ones.
Now they do, apparently.
Now they're so fancy.
So fancy. Well, what it really means is you have to go to the auto parts
Get more
store.
Special tools.
Yeah, exactly. But I bought a whole set of Torx stuff for like 15 bucks. They're not too expensive, and I got a set that specifically fits onto ratchets.
Nice.
How fun is this, guys?
It's the best.
Hey, really quick, if you're not subscribed to the channel, you should. We are doing lots of cool stuff. If this is your first video you're watching from us, we also have what we're calling Project E. So we're restoring 1982.
86. And I
gotta go.
It's an E30.
It's an E30.
Everyone knows an E30.
Yep.
Yeah, it's an 86 E30. It looks like all the other E30s, but it won't.
Yeah.
Feeling loose?
Yeah, what were you gonna say? Don't worry, nothing cool is happening yet. The seats are gonna be loose, but that's it.
E30 is gonna be sick. Can't wait.
Yep. We're also working on my M3. It's an E92, and we're slowly converting it to a track car because That's what I want to do
That's
with.
what M3s are made for.
That's what I want to do with my car and my money. Uh-oh.
What's going on?
Seat won't go forward now. Why do you think that is?
You know, with the power? Will it now?
Let me start the car. It's possible that my battery is unhappy. But
now it's moving. And it's moving so fast.
right? Okay, I'm going to disconnect the battery.
Cool.
Got one more bolt left, and then this seat is free.
There might be a couple wires.
Well,
Right.
free, yeah.
Free as it can be for now.
Dang it. Alright. So let's lean this back. So I just need to figure out how to disconnect this.
Oh, I can these guys.
So it looks like, yeah, I don't know, what do you think?
There's some sort of sliding mechanism that gets that guy out of there. Like this piece will pull out.
Yep. Okay, got that. And then
There it is. Pull the black piece outward. That piece. Yep. There you go. Nice.
And then
That may just pop out of there.
that pops out like that. Hey, there we go.
Cool.
All right, so you guys see that? There was this metal bracket. We'll get the seat out.
Okay, cool.
Let me, you can set that down.
Sorry, I'm in your way here.
Okay.
We just needed more obstacles.
Yeah. All right. So E92 seat is out. So this is, we were showing, or wanted to show, this slides onto these little metal parts.
This little guy slid
I
out.
probably could have just,
That would have been tough though.
oh yeah, no, it's blocked. You can't. So yeah, you got to slide that off. Then you pull this. Pull that out, and then it comes out, and then this part disconnects there. And that's it.
Nice.
So I'm assuming we have airbag stuff under here.
These are your power seat motors.
Oh, power seat motors. This is.
I'm not even sure what that guy is.
All right, now we got to do this. So I don't know. That.
That's what you were doing.
You want to give it a try?
Sure.
They weigh a little different.
Oh, I bet. All right.
Sparco.
Just with a pinky.
This is the pinky.
It's a little lighter.
All right.
Nice.
So next up, the driver's side is prepped. What we need to do is pull the original seatbelt. So another one of my goals, although I want to drive a track car, is for it to be street legal. So I want it as close to track car as possible while still being street legal. Harnesses, although technically safer than a regular seatbelt, are not DOT approved. So you can bypass that by wearing your harnesses and your regular seatbelt for some reason.
Extra safety.
Extra safety. So what we're gonna do, I think it's the same T50.
It's definitely a Torx.
Yep, I think it's all the same. Should be this T50 here. That's a 45. We'll find out.
So if you get in a wreck, this guy here, I think a tiny explosion actually occurs in here, and it retracts your seatbelt. If you notice, this is, what am I trying to say? Those little grooves there, it'll actually pull tighter if you're ever in a wreck. I picked up some seats out of a wrecked car, and that's how I figured that out.
Ah, I see. I was gonna ask.
Yeah, I got some sports seats, put them in the car, and then my airbag light started going off, so I had to order some new guys.
So this is interesting.
So the connector that you undid is connected to this.
Okay, and do we have to keep this entire part? It looks like it, huh?
Yeah.
Alright, that's
Or
fine.
else you may get the airbag light coming on again.
Alright, so that means... Interesting.
So do you see in here
Yeah.
how they're separate?
Yeah.
So you can pop those out of there.
Oh, I see. Okay. So I think I'm gonna need to cut this one.
Yep. Definitely.
One zip tie.
Yep.
Alright. So that's cut. And then... Oh, I can see... Nice.
There you go.
Alright. Okay.
So you only want the ones for what you've got. Yep. Perfect. Excellent.
So we keep that. Now this is gonna plug... This is gonna plug back in, or no?
Something.
Yeah, this has to.
Right, and it'll plug into what's in your car.
Yep. Yeah, so I don't
The
need...
other pieces won't.
I don't need this part. Okay.
Hang on to it just in case.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna like throw it in the garbage.
I mean, just in case when we go over there, we may still want it, and we may just
Still
only
need it.
use that one little piece with it, because if you remember, it like locked in.
Yep,
So
yep.
that maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see.
Cool. All right.
Good stuff.
We're gonna cut for a sec.
Yes. Wait, you don't want to be on anymore?
Okay. So some of the hardware that we were working with. Here, let's go back over this way. So while we have everything out,
Oh yeah, for sure.
for your lap belt, so the harnesses that I have are 4-point, so you have shoulder and then you have lap. And over here, if you want to come show Alex, this bolt came out of this spot here, and I bought these little eyelets that will allow me to clip one of the laps in, and then the other one is going to go where the seatbelt, the original seatbelt, bolts into the bracket, so I'll show you that. And I see that my car doesn't have the underseat subwoofers. That's why my bass is so bad.
That's why your car is more track ready.
Yep.
It needs a subwoofer at the track.
Exactly. Alright, so what we should be able to do is keep this over here.
Cool.
Alright, so I'm seeing an opportunity here.
Sticking out a little too far before.
Yeah,
Do you mean to hold anything?
no. Cool. Alright, can you see that kind of okay?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So yeah, I put the original seatbelt piece on the inside, which is probably the right way to do it, and then we've got this here because it was hitting on the side. But it looks like...
I think it fits. Just barely.
Looks like...
Is it over the holes?
Yep, that's good there. That's good there. Alright,
Sweet.
so before we set everything in officially, let's... That goes there, and that looks fine to me.
Yep.
So that's plugged back in. Hopefully the car doesn't freak out.
That's great. Excellent.
Okay. And then we're just gonna take our original bolts here, drop them in first because I don't have room otherwise. Okay, Alex and I had to make a third trip. Was that the third?
Your third.
My third. His second trip to the hardware store. What we found. So these are the OEM bolts for the seats, and they use that T50, the Torx. The issue is you don't quite have enough room to get anything under here to actually tighten it. So what we did is we picked up these. These are just, they're the same thread size. So what was the pitch? 1.5? I believe so. So 1.5 pitch. It's coarse, not fine. But it's a little bit shorter. Should work though. And that'll let us get a standard like crescent wrench or whatever to put it down. So we are going to do that. We're gonna bolt the seats in, and then we'll turn the camera back on because it's super boring watching us literally twist bolts. And then we're gonna get started on the harnesses, which should only take a couple minutes. Show you what hardware I picked up for that, where we're gonna put them in, and that'll be that. Cool.
All right, we're back here. There are 2 different seats in this car. My
and
goodness.
A bunch of green spaghetti.
Green spaghetti.
Okay, come on this side. Let me
right.
show some of the stuff we're gonna have to do. Okay. So, like I explained earlier, if you want this to be street legal, you do have to use your regular OEM seatbelts. So what I've done is I've pulled a little plastic off of here, taken this bolt out. I'm gonna slide the bottom portion of the seatbelt off, and we're gonna actually run it through here. Well, over the top first, and then through here. And then we're gonna basically just put it right back on. Slide this back a bit. Okay, so that's how that will sit. And that lets you go like this. See?
Nice.
Although...
Oh, you probably need to go through, yeah.
Huh. It doesn't really work. Interesting. Are we learning things right now? Let's get this back to about...
Will it push through the... Will the receptacle go through the hole in the seat?
Yeah, that's very possible. Like that. So let me see how that is to sit in.
Let's see how that feels.
Alright, so that comes out. Yeah, that works.
Cool.
It's a little weird getting in at first, but let's grab this. Perfect.
Sweet.
Yep, that works great.
You're in position.
Race position. Okay.
Pretty soon
So-
you'll have to learn how to leave out the window.
What we had to buy are these. These are to replace the OEM T50 bolts. We're using these to clip the lap part of the harness into. And so let's get that in. Definitely not going anywhere. Alright, so that means we can get started on the harness. So like I said, 4-point. This is pretty easy. Take our shoulders, which I'm going to extend all the way out from now. Definitely cut my hand. This one through here. Put the wrong one through. Don't do that. Put the correct one through. Alright, we'll go this guy. So you want to give them as much slack as possible. These are going to clip into the mounts for a car seat.
Ah, that's where they go.
Yep, but they're pretty far back there. And then these are the, obviously, lap portion. We're going to run through here, clip one here. You can see that, that's what we put in there. And then the other one is the mount that we've now put in with the seat belt.
I'm gonna come around and we'll check that out.
So yeah, you can see that in there.
Perfect fit down in there.
Yep. And that's that. Let's get this out of the way. There. Alright, so slide this guy forward a bit.
Contort yourself into the back seats.
It's not going all the way forward for some reason. I think it's, oh, I got it. It's getting stuck on that. Just put that through for now. Okay, so, yep, I'm gonna literally, if you ever wanna take a drive with me in the back seat, let me know.
Probably gonna be a no.
Yep. Okay. So I don't know if you can see these, Alex.
Let's see.
So you have to pop this plastic piece off. It doesn't look pretty anymore, but you know what?
Race car.
Make sure that these are flat all the way through, and then should be able to. Okay, so if you can see here, there's a little bit of plastic that was preventing this from clipping in. We cut it. It's fine. No big deal. Not structural.
Structural plastic, yes.
Yeah. So we lose this thing, which is fine. Pop this one off too. Don't care. So basically, all I'm doing, and this is because I don't want to take the time to order the little extenders. I don't care. The extenders are good if you want to like pull these in and out often. I don't.
Yeah.
So all I'm doing is I'm coming in here and I'm going snip. This one's not cutting at all. Alex can confirm the other one was cutting.
Yeah, I mean, now the camera's on, so no one's gonna believe you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna cut. There it goes. It's going. It's time. So we're gonna cut this plastic out from each side, and then we'll clip all these in, and then I will get in the seat, and Alex will film me tightening the harnesses up for the first time, and that'll be it. We're done with the seats. Whew. Not too bad. Okay.
Hey, what are you doing? That's right.
Just sitting in my throne of seatbelts.
You are very safe.
I'm not actually at all. We need to tighten. So we got everything hooked in. So the goal would be to get the back straps tight enough so that these are close to being as tight as they need to go, with these loose, and then that way you can fine adjust from here, right? So these need to be a little bit higher up. I also do need to cinch myself down. If you know anything about seat belts, there's something called anti-submarining. It's very important. So submarining is when you get in a car crash and you slide underneath the belt and it pulls up here. You don't want that. Ideally, a belt should be flat over your lap and it should hold you there, because your lap and pelvis are a lot stronger than your abdominal area. Unless you're like me and you have insane core strength, which I don't actually, I'm just kidding. So we do want to make sure that all of this sits properly. I'll have to sort it out, probably off camera. But yeah, so let's tighten the back a little bit. Make sure I'm sitting up straight. This is a good driving position. Man, it feels good though. Like, I go 5,000 miles an hour and be fine.
No problem.
This car only does 4,682.
Round up, it's fine.
Is it going? We're rolling?
We're rolling.
Start now?
Start now.
Now.
Now. Wait, now.
Now. So we're not going to show tightening this. You can imagine, just pretend instead of that, it's like that. So that's it. Do a little bit of research on angles. This should be safe. I'm not actually racing my car yet, so I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, that's it for BMW E92 M3 day, and we'll see you next time on the next episode of the next episode we do of this.
All right, see ya.
Hey.